Good morning, students. I welcome you again in the e-classes, and here today we will learn about the selection process. Students, as you all know that the selection process is very lengthy and rigorous process because we have to select our human resource, and for that we have to require a large pool of applicants. For that we give the advertisement in various media, either the print media or the electronic media. Then after getting the application, our work starts. Then the first step in the staffing process or selection process is preliminary screening. Preliminary screening here means that we have a large pool of applicants, their application is with us, and we have to sort out the applications in various categories. For each job we have to classify them similar to a library. That in a library all the books are arranged as per the subject. So here also we have to sort them first of all. After sorting them, we have to see each an application whether they fulfill the criteria set by us, like their educational qualification must be up to that scale which we have required, and their experience also for each job. If any application which is not satisfactory, we can reject that application at this stage. Then if all applications are okay and there is no problem with any one of them, then we proceed to the next stage, that is selection test. Selection tests are various. Here we are discussing only few of them, and it is not compulsory that in each and every organization these tests are organized. So first one is the intelligence test of a candidate, in which a candidate's IQ level is checked, whether he is able to interpret the particular task given to him or not. So a normal IQ is required, but if it is more, then it is good for us, but we reject all those applicants whose IQ level is low. Then next test is aptitude test. Aptitude test here means the ability to learn new things. Many people in the industry are adjusted in their own learning. It means that they don't want to learn something new. They think that whatever they have learnt is sufficient. But we need an employee with a good aptitude so that in future he will learn new things. Because you all know that every day technology is changing and all these things are continuously moving forward very fast. If we did not adapt according to the environment, it is very difficult for us. So there must be a good aptitude among the candidates. Then after we take the personality test. In the personality test, we have to see his emotions, reactions, nature, overall personality, which have many aspects. So here it is a subsection, I am discussing it in a shorter way. Overall we can say his emotions and reactions and overall personality. Then next test is trade test. Trade test means here for which post he had applied. Suppose he had applied for a post of computer operator. Then we will check that whether he has a sound knowledge of computers, whether his degree is with him or not, and we check his typing speed, software experience, everyone on the computer. Each and every candidate will be evaluated on the basis of their task performed in the computer if it is a trade test of a computer post. If he is an accountant, then we will check that whether he is a CA or not, and what are his what is his experience, and then also we will give them some task that match this balance sheet or prepare journal entries and so on. So trade test is basically for the purpose of knowing that whether the person who applied in our organization is capable of doing that particular task or not. Then next test is interest test. Interest test here means that an employee who is who is interested in our job or not. Sometime a candidate apply generally or casually without having any interest. Suppose we take an interview and we ask why you are joining our organization, then he say, I don't know. It means that he is not passionate about his work. So he must have some interest in that particular task. So these are the 2 points. First point is preliminary screening and second point is selection test. It includes 5 tests in our syllabus, that is intelligence test for IQ, aptitude test for learning new things, personality test for his emotions and reactions, and trade test for his actual work for which he is being appointed, and interest for taking interest in the particular work. Then after we move on to the third point, that is employment interview. Employment interview is basically organized to have a face-to-face contact with the candidate, because earlier we are just focusing on his resume and all his papers, but the employer first time interact with a candidate face to face in employment interview. And employment interview is also a rigorous process. It depends on the nature of the job and the policy of the organization. If it is for a higher post, it is more rigorous. If it is for a lower post, it is less rigorous. If it is for a casual laborer, it will not be held. So it depends on for which post the candidate had applied. So it is an in-depth interview. Generally, we ask from the candidate what are his basic informations and qualifications, his background, and everything from his childhood to present day, and in which organization earlier he had worked and why he left that particular organization. So some tricky questions are asked from the candidate, and after that we move on to fourth stage, that is reference and background check. Reference and background check here means that generally it is of 2 types, whatever I have seen. First one is in government jobs. In government job, if any candidate is being appointed, before his appointment the government secretly asks from the local police station whether this particular person is involved in any criminal activity or not. So police report is submitted secretly to the department, and if he is committed any crime, then he will not be appointed. If it is clear, then he can be appointed. And in private organization it is totally different. In private organization we must know any famous personality from the local area who will be our referencee, or we will give his reference that I know him. Then he can ask from him also that whether you know or not. So it means a local person, reference mean here a local person from that particular area where we live, and the organization may anytime contact him also. And next point is selection decision. Selection decision is the stage where all the formalities are already done and we have to decide. Suppose we have only 2 vacancies and the candidates are 10. So we will make a merit list, how much they score at each stage, and on the basis of their marks we will select a particular employee who is at the top. When selection decision is taken, after that we will proceed to the next stage, that is medical examination. It is also optional in certain organization. It is just a formality to get a medical certificate from the government hospital, and in certain organization there is very long procedure for medical examination, like in Indian Army, Navy or Armed Forces, we can say there is 3 to 5 days medical examination conducted, or in-depth medical examination is being conducted. So it also depends on the nature of the organization and nature of the job. If the candidate is found suitable from the point of view of medical, or he is healthy person, have no disease, then we can offer him the job at the next stage, that is 7th point, job offer. We offer him a job, and if he accept, there are two chances: he may accept or he may not accept. If he accept the job offer, then a contract of employment is given to him to sign that particular contract, and in the contract all the details of employment are written in depth, and he has to carefully read the terms and conditions, working hours, everything is mentioned in that. And if he agrees to the terms and conditions given in the contract of employment, then there is also a column of date of joining, means when he is available to join our organization. It may be possible that he is working in somewhere else in any other organization, then he cannot leave his job instantly. First of all, he has to resign from his post, then only he can join in our organization. So for that, in certain organization there is a rule of notice period. So there is also a column in the contract of employment how many days of notice period is required. It may be of 3 months or 1 month, depending on his previous job's agreement. So if he agree to all the terms and condition, then he will sign the contract of employment, and we have completed our selection process. So it is a standard procedure of selection, but it is not mandatory for all organization. As I have told you many times that it depends on the nature of organization, nature of job, and I think that you have understood. If you have any query, you can ask me.